What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a review for Belle Collective. This is season 1, episode 3, and it's titled Sisters and the Struggle, you guys. This was a good episode, you guys. I did enjoy this episode. Now, the last few minutes of the episode is what, wouldn't have been me, but we will definitely discuss that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this episode review, shall we? All right, you guys, first let's talk about Tamra and her hair. Again, I don't know why she insists on wearing so many bundles in her hair, and I just don't know why she insists on this pink lipstick. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. So we see Tamra in her hair, and she is going to go talk to her parents. She's having lunch with her parents. So, her parents want to know what's going on with her, She talks about her professional life, what she wants to do. I love a woman. I love anybody, especially if you're black, with, goals, ambition, drive, and determination. Love it. Then they asked her about her personal life. She was like, well, I want to be married before I have kids. Now that is kind of outdated, I will say. We're in a different time, She has her eggs frozen, so if she really wanted a child, she could go to a sperm bank and, get that done. But, if she wants marriage before she has kids, I'm all here for it. So then we later see her and Letitia. So they went down to the city council. They went down to the, speak to a city councilman who's actually her cousin. And, Tisha just explained to him, her vision for Ferris Street. And, he was like, we all here for it. So, they're going to back her, help her, give her the resources to, revitalize Ferris Street. Cool? Cool. Wow. That was very short for Tamra in her hair. Does she have, I'm hoping that with Tamra and her hair that her storyline picks up. Because last week, the only thing that we had to talk about was her birthday party. Yeah, Tamra and her hair, I hope your story picks up. Just gonna keep it real with you. Let's move on. All right, you guys, next let's talk about Antoinette. So Antoinette is down to her dental practice. Doesn't look like much. I don't know what the timeline is, but when I was looking, I'm like, this office looks the same from the last time you went down there. It's nothing there, like zero. All I saw was the floor and the walls that are not even halfway finished. So we see her, she has her friend Kaylin and Latrice come down so that they can see the space. I'm with Latrice. It ain't nothing here. There's no AC. There's no, depending on when they film this. If they film this during the summer, y'all do, it is hot as, it's hot in the South in the summer. But yeah, like I said, just wasn't nothing there. But they did, kind of give the layout of the land of, the office, how it's gonna look. I can't envision anything. Well, actually, yes, I can. If I have stuff to put in there, I can envision how I want it to look. But if I ain't got nothing in there, if you have nothing in there, and this is like a brand new project, I can envision what you want me to envision. But A for effort. So then they do discuss, Tamra and her hair's party. Antoinette, was talking about Tisha and how, they're on good terms with each other. She's talking about how she respects her business. And, I don't know if they were talking about Marie, because they kept talking about, keeping it real. And then the friend Kaylin was like, what does keeping it real mean? Keeping it real. She really asked, what does keeping it real mean? And then, Antoinette was talking about, you sometimes got to tell your white friends. No, not this one. You don't have to tell your white friends what keeping it real means. Anybody with common sense knows what keeping it real means. But okay, whatever. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So next up was Marie, but I'm going to actually skip over Marie and go to Latrice. So Latrice, so we see her and Mel. So they are out and they're at a restaurant and they are discussing the new business ideas that Latrice has. Now, while they're sitting down talking, who calls on the phone? It's Cliff. So Cliff was like, I'm at the salon, but you not here. She's like, yeah, because I'm out with, me and Mel, we out and, we are discussing the business. So Cliff sounded like he was in his feelings. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, girl, you should have asked him to be a silent investor in your business because this ain't what it is. So she tells him where they are, and I'm like, he ain't. I'm like, so yeah, she told him where they are. And then while they're talking, not too much longer later, who shows up? Cliff. I'm like, if this ain't stalkerish, creepy as hell, this is a business meeting. Yes, I get it. You invested in this business, but what you showing up for? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, she's the one that's developing this product. She's the one that's going to get it to someone to make the product. She's the one that's going to get it to a distributor. She's the one that's going to get it to the stores. I guess he feels like since she's doing it with some of his money, he has an input. No. Have you ever heard of something called a silent investor? Yeah, that kind of just, it just showed how controlling Cliff is. I'm glad, Latrice was able to say in the scene with her and Cliff in the getting in the pool that she has daddy issues. Like, you definitely have daddy issues. But I wouldn't want to be with somebody as controlling as Cliff. It just couldn't be me. Like, I get it. You put in some money. That's fine and dandy. That's fine that you put in some money in my business, but you don't control anything. You're not dictating anything. Even if this was like you're not even let's say this was like a business that's on, that was, a shareable business. You don't have shares in this company. Like, you don't have shares or anything. So I don't get why Cliff feels that he can just, one, pop up to her business meeting, two, have any input. Who told you that? Yeah, it just wouldn't have been me. Would not have been me. I would have told Cliff, like, look here, babe, love you, but this has nothing to do with you. You can go home. I'll fill you in on what happened later. But again, this ain't for you. Mind your business. Love ya. Bye. The what? Let's move on, though. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Letitia. So Letitia's at home, and she has Marie over to the crib. And, once again, we're discussing the Tambourine I Hear's party. And, Marie is like, friend, why did you try to have me talk to that girl? Because you came to my event and, kind of messed it up. So I wanted to clear the air. Ever think about that? But again, that wasn't the time or the place. Neither event was the time or the place. Event. Oh God, I've been saying event. Love and Marriage Huntsville. God, them and that word. Event. I just came with them with I'm having an event. My mommy brunch. Oh God, Tisha and her brunch. Oh, we're gonna get into that tonight. I hope she doesn't say events. I pray she don't say event in the first episode. So in the first episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm gonna pray that there is no Miss Wanda. I'm gonna pray that Tisha don't say events. I'm gonna pray for that. If I can have that in the first episode, I'll be happy. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Peace. so happy. But back to Belle Collective. It's gonna be hard for me with this show, with Tisha on this show and a Tisha on that show, because I'm going to think about something with Tisha from Love and Marriage. But nonetheless, you know, I got into that because I was talking about the fact that Marie came to that neither event was the time or the place for that. I circled back. I knew I would. Sometimes I go down a rabbit hole and I don't know how to get out of it, but I got out of this rabbit hole. Tisha said something that I really did agree with her when she was talking about it, but it doesn't necessarily apply to Marie 100%, because Marie is the one who came to your event in the first place with the mess. But I did agree with Tisha talking about don't let anybody have the power over you to know, you know, she's talking about her eyes and her making her cry or anything like that. I get that. But like I said, it was Marie that came to your event with the mess. So you could have saved that conversation for somebody else. So Marie starts talking about her son, Jerez. So Jerez went to a school that's 3 hours away from them, and I'm like, oh. Again, we're gonna talk about that in just a second. So, you know, Marie was telling her what happened when he was getting ready, packing his stuff to leave, and she went to his room. So she said she pressed record because her kids love to call her dad and tell her dad that, you know, she's flipping out on them. So she recorded the whole interaction with her and her son. And again, like I said, we're gonna talk about it in just a minute. But it was terrible and disgusting, to say the least. You know, I was just looking at them like you know, my mom and I, we had, you know, our little arguments, but never to the extent that this boy went with his mama. He cussed his mama out, he hit at his mama, and then he punched the wall. I would never do that to my mama, ever. But let's talk about it. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, let's discuss Marie. So, her grandkids, all of them are under the age of 1 year old. I was like, oh, he got a big problem. So one of them, so two of the grandkids were there. The big one was 1 year old, and the smallest one was 5 months old. I'm like, oh, no, yeah, not happening. So, now, her husband, Cedric, I just want to know, where did he get that extra loud ass shirt from? Because, I mean, that shirt was screaming Holiday Heart to me. That shirt was screaming Holiday Heart. So, you know, one of the baby mama number 3 shows up. That is so terrible that they had to label her as baby mama number 3. And then first of all, baby mama number 3 and number 1 showed up in this episode. Why were both of their voices so deep? I was like, is that the camera or is that literally how they sound? And baby mama number 3, you know what? My mama said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. The baby I wonder where the baby gets his looks from. Because it's not his parents. It's not his parents. Just saying. So the baby mama number 3, when she came in, was it number 3 or was it number 1? I think it was number 3. Talking about she needs a math tutor. Girl, don't you have was it number 1? One of the baby mamas said she needed a math tutor. I think it was baby mama number 1. Now that I think about it. And I'm like, don't you have parents? Don't you have parents to go ask for some money? If not, can't you get a job? I didn't freeze. I'm just tripping. The audacity. Y'all laid down with her no good son, had kids with him, but here y'all are asking her for money. No. Get off your butt, go get a job, and take care of your kids. It's just, you know, she's pacifying this boy. That's all I can call him. He's a boy. You're pacifying him. I get it. You don't want your grandkids to go without, but you didn't lay down with those girls and have kids with them. You didn't give birth to those kids. That's not your responsibility. That's his responsibility, and you need to let him know that is your responsibility. I'm not here to take care of your kids. Like, you got to be there for them. And no. No. So then the next day we see her husband Cedric. Thank God he took off that loud ass shirt. But I'm sorry. Not sorry. That man, I'm gonna shut, you know, I know I've said it before in a previous special, that man just doesn't look straight to me. Gotta keep it real with you. So she's talking about the fact that he didn't come home the night before. He said, well, I stayed at my other house. Well, you should have stayed there and not came here. And she's talking about the fact that, you know, there's been infidelity and they divorced and remarried. No, wouldn't happen. Like, and she says, you know, he leaves. Sometimes she don't see him to the next day, and sometimes she don't see him to the next night. Well, why don't you change the locks on his door? He wouldn't be able to come in. Him nor Jerez would be able to come in the house. Absolutely not. And then, you know, she has her business partner, Essie, over so that they can talk to Jerez. He would not have been welcome in my home, is all I'm saying. He wouldn't have been welcome. And she's talking about, you know, he does need some anger management, but you wouldn't get it on my dime, you know, because we know she's going to pay for it. Yeah, Marie, you got a lot of stuff that you need to handle on that end. But that's the review, you guys. Like this video, leave your comments, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else, and share this video. Until the next one, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, drop down in the description bar, click on the affiliate link, and also go and subscribe to the Planner channel. And I will see you guys later. Bye.